What's up, crew? My name's Captain Dave, and finally, welcome to Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. It has been 10 years. That is a decade since Ultimate Alliance 2 was released, and I'll be honest with you, I genuinely did not believe they were ever going to make this game, but lo and behold, here we are, and I've got to say, I am so thankful they have made this game. Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 are some of my favourite games in existence, so I am so excited to be playing Ultimate Alliance 3. Now, real quick, before we jump into this, apologies for the delay in getting this walkthrough started. I had to get my radiation treatment done and dusted and out of the way, so I was up for full strength for whatever this game is going to throw at us. I am still currently feeling just a little bit under the weather, but by God, we have waited 10 years for this game to come out, and I am not going to be making you guys wait another second longer. So let's go ahead and get a new game started. I'm actually going to be saving over a slot of a game I started recording about 5 minutes ago until it got to the opening cutscene, and I realised that I wasn't recording any audio. So I'm glad I caught that really early on, and hopefully we don't have any of those shenanigans taking place this time. So let's let's try this one a second time. We'll get this game underway. So you've got friendly and mighty difficulties. Friendly is easy, and I thought mighty was hard, but it's actually normal difficulty, because when you complete the game once, you then unlock superior difficulty. But mighty difficulty is actually quite difficult in itself. But as Thor once said, I am mighty. But with that being said, let's do this.
That's another planet we'll never be able to visit again.
Because you tried to steal their most priceless artifact.
How's I supposed to know that thing was so important to him?
There was a plaque right next to it that said so.
Yeah, well, I don't go to museums to read. I go there to steal.
Anyone else would have waited to offend their clients until after they were paid.
I'm not anyone else. I'm one of a kind, baby.
A fact that makes me wonder how much a museum might pay for you.
I am Groot.
Oh, don't you side with them, you overgrown...
What trouble have you steered us into now, Quill?
Nothing. There's literally nothing out here. My scanners are coming up blank.
I have never heard this alarm before. It is a horrid sound.
I am Groot.
True, anything is better than that racket Star-Lord calls music.
Rocket, any idea why our ship is on the fritz?
I might have installed a new scanner I whipped up that detects high concentrations of unusual energy. Cosmic cubes, negabands, Asgardian hammers. You know, the kind of stuff people pay big money for.
But there's nothing out here but rocks.
If I were hiding an object of immense cosmic power, I would want it to look that way as well.
Can you lead us to it?
Can I? Psh, bet your hairless pink butt I can. Whatever it is, it should be right behind this.
I am Groot.
You can say that again.
This is a Hala-class Kree Warship.
These vessels usually carry hundreds of soldiers.
But there's not a single sign of life on board. Something's not right here. We need to take a look around, see if we can find
Treasure.
I was going to say any survivors, but sure, treasure's always good too.
Search for survivors or maybe treasure.
Seriously? No welcoming committee? Scans were right. We've got ourselves a ghost ship.
Why would the Kree abandon a vessel of this caliber?
I have a terrible feeling we are about to find out.
And I have a terrible feeling some poor, harmless crates are about to get wrecked at the fists or the guns or the whatever of Star-Lord and the rest of the Guardians. So, Right, real quick, before we get this going, because this entire first mission is kind of like a tutorial mission, but I want to go through and I actually want to enjoy playing with the Guardians. So, real quick, we're going to go through and get all of the base mechanics and tutorial stuff done and dusted and out of the way right now so we can get on and just enjoy the game. So, first off, light attacks. Hit them in together, you have a light attack combo, and then...
Over there. Such a shiny switch is begging to be flipped.
We should probably get moving.
Agreed. The sooner we get off this ship, the better.
Fine, but can we at least blow some stuff up first?
Exactly. Rocket gets it. Drax, is this how the day's going to go? Is it going to be me saying what we're going to do and then you doing the exact opposite? I said basic tutorials, then we flip shiny switches. There we go. Maybe that's why you should be the leader. I can't seem to talk. Rocket, you take over. Right, so, anyway, you got your light attacks. Oh, actually, he's probably not the best person to show this with. So you got your light attacks. If you hit light attacks in a row, you have a light attack combo, which ends with a light attack combo finisher, which just does a bit more damage. You then got heavy attacks, which will come much handy in later when we need to take down stagger gauges. But I'll show you what stagger gauges are when we actually come across them. If you jump, you do that, you double jump and have a flying character that will stay in the air and then you can go up and down. If you don't have a flying character, they'll just jump or double jump. And each character has abilities, and abilities are stuff like this. And as you see underneath Peter's his little icon down there, you have that blue bar. When he uses his ability, it uses up that. That's his EP bar, his energy bar. And each character's got one of them. Different characters have different abilities, depending on what that character is known for. And as you saw with Peter Quill, his light attacks and heavy attacks are ranged attacks, whereas you've got Gamora and Drax that are physical characters. And then you've got Rocket and Groot, who's a bit unique. He actually shoots and has physical attacks. But Rocket and Groot are kind of unique. They're really actually two characters rolled into one. So, and then if you hold down instead of the right bumper, you got the right trigger, or the ZR as it's called on the Switch, and you can do a synergy. And what that is you see there next to Rocket and Groot's power attack there, is you got Gamora flashing. What that means is you're going to mix your ability with Gamora's ability, and it does a more devastating attack. Like so. It's her big sword dash that she does, mixed with Rocket and Groot's bombs that they throw everywhere. As I said, later on when we're looking at the characters and looking at the characters' abilities, I'll go into more detail about what each character does and what their abilities are and how you should really mix and match your characters together. But just for now, the base mechanics of how you fight and how you blow stuff up and everything like that. And as you can see...
Work out their aggression on these poor, unsuspecting crates? Good. Moving on.
No, I see. Sorry, he's getting ever since Drax interrupted him. He seems a bit testy, a bit touchy about this sort of stuff. But as you saw for those crates that was blowing up, they have red orbs and blue orbs. The red orbs fill up your health, and the blue orbs.
Hold on. Some weird energy readings just popped up on my map.
Any chance it could be survivors?
Whatever they are, they ain't far away. Let's go find out.
Yeah, the red orbs give you health, and the blue orbs give you EP, which fills up your energy, which means you can do abilities. And you also, and next time you see me crush one of those crates, you'll see you get coins. Those coins are used for upgrades.
We'd better clear this junk out of the way.
See down there, the bottom right of the screen, I'm getting coins. You use them to upgrade just not individual character abilities, but just abilities in general for every character in the game. So it depends on how much upgrading and stuff you want to do, or if you just want to play with your favourite characters and run through the game. But if you're going to do a lot of upgrading, which I really would suggest you do, smashing crates does come in handy. Now, there are special crates you can find, such as these glowing ones. What these have inside them, they take a bit more damage to blow up.
My collection.
Isn't our ship filthy enough already, Quill?
Yeah, but I could always make it more filthy. But yeah, inside those you have collectibles, you have art, you have music, movies, and you can also get XP cubes. Now, it's the XP cubes that we're really looking for. The XP cubes, as the name kind of suggests, is a cube that we can use that has experience points in it. And those experience points we can use to upgrade our characters further than normal.
Hey, free stuff! That's my favorite kind of stuff.
Such as that XP cube that we've just come across right there. But again, XP cubes is something I'll go into a bit more detail about later on when we're actually looking at the character level up screen, which will be coming on a little bit later on. Oop. But yeah, other than that, I don't think we really need to go around here destroying every single box we see. So I see a big shiny button. Drax seemed very interested in pushing it. Rocket seemed interested in pushing it. And I'm sure Gamora is as well, but she's the strong silent type. So let's push it and let's get on.
Door number 2.
And let's get moving through this thing. Once I've destroyed a couple more boxes. Sorry, I just can't help myself. They're right there. They're just begging to be blown up. And I'm pretty certain that we have another shiny crate around here somewhere. So always be on the lookout for them.
Our path has been obliterated.
What are our options here, Rocket?
Looks like there's only one way out.
Oh my god, it's Death from Above Kree version!
The bridge is falling apart. Try to jump over the gaps.
Easy to say for the man with the ridiculous boot jets.
Oh yeah, good point. Thanks, Drax. I didn't think of that. Look at that, he's not just a pretty face after all. It's alright, team, I'll wait for you up ahead.
Hold your fire. For now. You. You certainly weren't who we were expecting. But we will be more than glad to kill you anyway. You never could mind your own business, sister. Your presence here may have exposed us all. For that, you must pay.
These Kree goons ain't going down easy.
No, they are not. So, rightio, let's use some abilities to get this tutorial off my screen. There we go. So,
Fight smart. Block her attacks.
yep, so as Quill just quite rightly said then, you can press the left bumper to do block. So again, I'm just going to have to let them shoot me while I block to get this tutorial off my screen. Come on, Kree. There we are. Good Kree. You know you wanted to shoot me.
Guardians.
Yeah, if you are playing with Peter Quill, by the way, he's more of a hit-and-run guerrilla tactics kind of guy. If you stand there and try and take down one enemy, you're going to have the smackdown laid on you. You really want to jump, shoot, move on, maybe hit off an ability or two, and then move on to another enemy. You don't want to stand around and just try and get in a fist fight with someone. What you do want to do, though, is hit as many synergies as humanly possible. Right, so as you can see, while we mop up the last of these enemies down here, as you can see, Nebula has that purple bar under her name. What that is that's a stagger gauge. You need to knock that down before you can do some serious health damage to her. You can still damage her health while she has the stagger gauge, but it's negligible damage. So what you want to use is certain characters' heavy attacks, like Drax or Gamora, do a lot of damage to the stagger gauge. Once the stagger gauge is knocked down, what you want to do then is a synergy attack, because a synergy attack will then stun them once they have no stagger gauge. If they are stunned, it means not only can they not hurt you, but it also means that they take more damage while they are stunned. So ideally you want to use heavy attacks or specific abilities to knock down their stagger gauge. Yikes! And then you want to use a synergy, stun them, and then use a finisher to do as much damage as possible.
The blood of every being in this universe will be on your hands, Guardians! So I will gladly have your blood on mine!
Warm-up's over, gang.
Time to bring out the big guns.
Oh yeah, sorry, not finisher, an extreme attack. So yeah, basic boss battle is you want to do knock down stagger gauge, hit him with a synergy, hit him with a finisher.
Allow me to assist you.
That's what I call teamwork.
The only mistake I made there was when I knocked down the stagger gauge, I somehow didn't manage to stun her. The synergy didn't knock her into a stun.
It doesn't have to be that way anymore.
I don't know. Thanos didn't teach me nothing, and I still hate this lady.
See, that set of finishers that I did then would have been a lot more effective if I'd got a stun off of her. See, right now she's stunned. That was when you hit her with an effective synergy afterwards. Had we done that and then done the finishers, that fight would have been game over when we did the extreme attacks. Although uppercutting Nebula with Gamora is also quite satisfying.
Idiots. Your stupidity may have doomed the universe.
Wouldn't be the first time, sweetheart.
Whatever the Kree are hiding on this ship, it must be very important if Nebula is involved.
But if their trap was not meant for us, then who was it for?
Anyone else kinda hope we never have to find out?
Man, do you know, when Nebula is done trying to frown at everybody in the entire galaxy, she should really, like, seek out a career in basketball. Did you see how high she could jump? She'd be MVP, hands down. I mean, screw basketball. She should join, like, the Olympics, or, I don't know, the Space Olympics or something. I mean, she could jump really high. I think everyone's just overlooking how high she could jump then. She made some really poor life choices. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, many characters in this all have different abilities and different uses. However, each character, despite what their ability and what their use is, I personally find feels really unique. In Ultimate Alliance 1 and Ultimate Alliance 2, it kind of felt like every character was pretty much the same. They just had different abilities. But in this, every character punches and hits, and they just feel unique in the way they do it. Like it was actually made for their character, and like their character has had that thought and care put into them. Like, the attack with Gamora, it feels completely different than when you attack with Drax. They're both heavy hitters, but they feel different in the way that they fight. But one thing I found that works with every single character, if you've got a character and you don't know how to play with them, jump and punch. It works for everyone. It's just, well, I don't know, kind of not Rocket and Groot. That kind of whiffs. Their character, as I said, their character's a bit unique, but jump and punch. It's just a move that works for every single character. You're just guaranteed to be able to do some damage.
Should be right past whatever the heck that thing is.
Speaking of clearing some room, let's get Rocket and Groot. They've got some good clearing abilities. And especially if you can do a clearing ability and hit it with a synergy at the same time. Oh, just the extra damage. It's beautiful.
These ones think they are tough. How amusing.
Smash the core computer and the barrier should go down. I hope.
Bombs? All right. Now things are getting fun.
That's definitely one way of looking at it.
You let us into now.
Danger and chaos. Two of my favorite things.
And those are a few of his favorite things. I love how those Kree guards came up and started attacking Drax while I was midway through an ability. So they came over to attack Drax and just ended up getting hit by the move as well. Speaking of, I didn't actually mean to do that then, but I'll take the win.
Stop wasting time and strike the core.
Yep, I'm working on it. Slowly and surely. Although I'll take an assist from the rest of the team at the same time. Now, the funny thing, out of all the Guardians, the character I actually like playing with the most is Star-Lord, which really took me by surprise. He's like one of my favorite characters, but
That's over.
Don't get too comfy, pal. Final destination's right on the other side of this door.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Star-Lord's probably one of my favorite characters out of most of the Guardians, but I thought he'd probably be the least favorite to play with, but they've done a really good job. He's just so much fun to play with in this game. But anyway, shiny button, mystery door, let's do this.
You have proven far more resourceful than I would have imagined. But the time has come to face your final judgment. Muscles! The Kree were trying to save all of time and space from being ripped asunder. But you Guardians had to barge in and expose us all to those who will ultimately bring our destruction.
Now that you say it, that totally does sound like something we would do. Oh, watch out for that one. Couldn't even block out the game.
At least for you.
And that right there is a perfect example of how you do it. You knock down his stagger gauge with heavy attacks, hit him with a synergy to stun him, and then unleash all of your extreme abilities at once. Perfect, perfect way to do it.
What the fruit tack was that?
It's too late. The Kree sacrificed thousands of brave souls to gather the only artifacts capable of holding off the forces of oblivion. And this, it seems, shall be our last stand.
Perhaps this is all a misunderstanding.
If we could stop fighting for just a minute, we might be able to find a way to fix this.
The damage
Says the woman hitting him with a sword.
Our location has been discovered. There is only enough time left to die with honor. And I will make certain that you go first.
Whoever you're afraid of, Ronan, we can help you fight them.
He's clearly not a team player, Gamora. Let's show him what he's missing.
Rightio, I need to make sure Drax has a little bit, Drax or Gamora has a little bit of energy, so once we've knocked down that stagger bar, we can finish him off. Although saying that, we've got 4 extreme attacks. Let's just hit them all now.
That's what I call teamwork.
Stagger bar be damned, we're taking Ronan down.
They have arrived.
They? Who is they? What is this all about, Ronan? Whoa!
This is about the end of all that is, and we are the ones who shall deliver it. Once you have returned to us what is ours, Kree dog.
Never. That madman you obey only wishes to destroy.
The time has come to return home. Your master awaits.
The Infinity Stones. Rocket, do you see this? All 6... Rocket? Rocket?
So, here's the way I see it. I know you said these stones belong to your master, whoever that is, but technically, we got here first. So how's about you take 3, we take 3, and we call it a... Hey!
You will leave here with nothing, not even your lives. I have felled worlds. Your pathetic attacks cannot harm me.
We weren't trying to hurt you, just to distract you.
Distract? No! You shall not have them. I swear in Thanos' name! Did she say Thanos? Quill! You can't let her have them!
think I'm gonna hurl.
Oh, great. You're here. Oh, I thought we were dead. We aren't dead, are we?
I have felt death. This is slightly less pleasant.
We're alive, but we could be anywhere in space or time. The Infinity Stones are not playthings.
Hey, I did exactly what you said. I saved the items of insane cosmic power from the Psycho Space Lady.
I am Groot.
You can? And you just sat there listening to us jabber? Do it already! Oh, great. We saved the universe from disaster, but we're the ones that end up in prison?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Why were we transported to this place, Quill?
I don't know. I just grabbed the stone and thought of somewhere safe.
Yeah, well, something tells me we'd be a lot safer on the other side of that flarkin' door.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.